Let's go. Louise says, let's go. So we're
Let's go.
going. Hello, everybody. How is everybody today? No data. Why is it saying no data, Lou, under there?
I don't know.
No data. It's very strange. Can people hear? Are we on? Can you hear me? I'd like to know, can you hear me? Because it says no data.
It says internet access.
We on? Yeah, we're plugged in.
Excellent connection now.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Oh, cool.
Okay, are we here?
Is everybody?
Oh, yay! Okay.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes.
So can you hear me? And more importantly, can you hear...
Can you hear me? What did you put in this? It smells funny.
It's one of your little, like, everyday things, moisture thing, with those little, the square things that came with it.
Oh. I stopped using them because they're really acid.
I'm sorry,
I shouldn't have used it. No, it's fine.
It's better than plain water.
It's not, actually.
Anyway,
that's not for here. Yeah. Big news in the UK for those of you that is in more a feeling of excitement and nervousness or both. Well, in Wales, nothing's really changed, I don't think. You can still hug people who are in your extended household bubble, but you're not supposed to be hugging anyone else.
You can't hug anybody else.
Yeah, so nothing's really changed too much for us. So
is it restaurants opened up yet? That's pubs and restaurants? Yes,
pubs and indoor hospitality.
That's in Wales as well, is it?
In Wales is open today.
Oh, we're going to have to get out to the pub, aren't we?
Well, yeah.
I think we should take a trip.
But in England, you can hug willy-nilly.
I don't mind.
No, well, maybe don't say that.
Whatever, you can hug, Louise, hug a person or hug willy-nilly.
You can hug at your own discretion, I think, was the...
Sure, willy-nilly won't mind a hug every now and again, Louise.
Don't make it. You're better than that, Andrew. Come on.
Don't take it to that level.
You can hug at your own discretion, yeah.
There we go. So... Yeah, so I don't feel any different today because we're just taking it really carefully, really steadily. We're not going out, we're not doing an awful lot. And I think it's starting to get to me now a little bit. It's just not, I really do need to go out. We planned a holiday, we planned a time out in London, haven't we, later on in the year.
Just looking at the comments now.
So it's good now. It's nice to look forward to things, isn't it? Now.
Yeah.
Why is this screen's back to front? Because that's over there. Yeah, it's nice to look forward to things now, and there's a purpose now. But I think we still do need to plan to get out.
Yeah.
I said to you this morning, let's get out. Let's plan to get out this weekend. This is the thing.
It's so easy to get stuck in a rut, isn't it? And just get into the habit of not doing things because we haven't really done very much. We've had a couple of day trips, haven't we? But before the lockdown, we would be everywhere.
Every weekend we were out walking everywhere down the beach.
We'd go to the mountains, we'd go into Brecon, we were just walking everywhere.
And I think we have got into a rut, and that's my fault because I said,
no, it's I think lots of people.
I'm too safe in the sense of you saying, well, I need to do this. That's great because I got some editing to do. I've always got stuff to do, and then I will sit there because
we're back to that, aren't we?
Yeah, because I will sit there for as long as not longer than what I need to really. So yeah, it is awkward, but we need to plan now. Plan our weekends out and evenings out. Have to have a trip down to the coast one evening. Nights are getting lighter.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. We haven't had great weather, have we, in South Wales? It's been a really miserable May. Oh, it's been terrible. Rainy.
Was it the wettest April?
Yes.
Absolutely, the wettest April for a long time.
Helped, is it?
No, let's record. There we go. So yeah, it is. It's slowly getting to me now. But we need to make plans and get out there, which is great. Things to look forward to. Yes, because there's a purpose instead of just work, which is what we're doing, and it's not making either of us happier, is it? Really?
Well, yes, but yeah,
it's good that we got work
doing
to
things
do.
That we used. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Paul is saying first trip to Jewellery Quarter, Birmingham or Hatton Garden, which is better? I think Hatton Garden. I've not been to Hatton Garden, but I can say with some certainty that I'm not running down the Jewellery Quarter. I just expected it to be really glamorous, and I was like, oh my god, what will I wear?
Because you said, shall I wear a dress? What dress shall I wear? And I'm like, Louise, put your jeans on.
I thought a nice little bodycon dress and my high heels. I thought it was that sort of Yeah.
And put your jeans and t-shirt on.
I don't know why I thought that.
And your daps.
Because I know what workshops are like, but I just expected it to be...
We expect the shop, there's loads of shops up there, you expect them to be
massive
very...
big designer shops.
Very glamorous. And
perhaps you just took me to you took me to the cheap end of the jewellery quarter, didn't you, for safety? You didn't want me seeing the nice shops.
But I think, you've never been to Hatton Garden. Hatton Garden is a lot more commercial. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I don't mean to run the jewellery, but I expected it to be more like, shopping.
Yeah, because that's it. Because I think the Hatton Garden is your commercial side. It's your glitzy, bright lights, £1 million diamond rings in the windows. Look
that's
at this.
what I wanted to see. Yeah.
Whereas the jewellery quarter is, look at that bee in the window, and it is. Look at that wasp. Look at that dead fly.
No, it was lovely, but it was just.
You were shocked at how basic, but basic it was. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was just...
Yeah, go to Hatton Garden is far better.
Depends what you want. If you're interested in tools... I mean, I'm interested in tools to a point. But then I love... my interest is gorgeous window displays and, point of sales and things like that, and making things look super gorgeous. And I'm not saying we're like any of the shops in Hatton Garden, but that's where we steal little bits of inspiration from. And so that's my thing. Yeah,
but Hatton Garden is where the workshops are, and the
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah, jewelry quarter is where the tools are. You've got the Birmingham School of Jewelry. You've got Cookson. You've got Walsh. You've got all those people there, and all the little people who are at the tops of the stairs, in the attics, under the stairs, the whole...
Well, that's why you love it.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? What it isn't all about is big, glamorous... No, it's me, dirty fingers working away. Whereas Hatton Garden, it's, your posh... I can't think of a posh designer suit. Your Chanel suits, your Hugo Boss suits, and
Do you remember that street in Paris when we were away? And there was that, and it was just wall to wall. We were just dressed for a day walking, weren't we? And like people were looking at us and like ushering us away from the doorways. So it was that kind of posh.
It was like
I didn't want that to happen again.
It was like Chopard, Gucci, Chanel, wasn't it? All the way along, both sides like that. And we're stopping in the windows. We're going try and get some ideas for window displays, and then the security guard comes out and starts looking at you, and you think,
I don't want any trouble.
So Hatton. So in other words, Hatton Garden, Paul. If you want to be,
depends what you want.
Yeah. There we go. Brooks Market is nicer than Hatton Garden. Yummy food and drink, very nice too. Where's that? Brooks. I have to say Brooks, doesn't it? I can't really see from here. Yeah.
Brooks Market.
Yes. So there we go.
Sounds like Avenue Montague. That might be where it was. It wasn't far from...
that sounds like it.
What was the...
It leads you straight over the Seine.
It was near Galerie Lafayette.
Yeah, not far from there. And the museum.
Yes, yeah. So if that's where they were all concentrated in the one.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
I can't. We didn't mean to...
No, we just went along.
Yeah, we just went along and we were
what
like,
amazing window displays they are.
Trying to take sneaky photos and getting chased away, Okay.
Okay, so we have got anything else to say?
Yeah, actually, we've launched our monthly competition. I don't know if anybody has entered yet, but I have released the prize schedule.
No one has to enter.
Huh?
No one has to enter.
No, that's the other thing. No, sorry, I'm getting confused with the... So I've got a link. So if you haven't already seen the prize schedule, it's on Facebook. We haven't sent an email out to members, have we?
No.
We need to do that. Somebody asked me last week, and I said, I promise I'll do it before Wednesday. And I did. I had to do it then.
Right, write it down. So, I haven't got anything here in front of me to write. Yes, I have. I can just write.
We have got for you guys. So over the next 12 months, we are going to be giving away a Durston 7-piece shank bender, a 10-piece bangle forming die set, a Durston 11-piece shank bender, Durston 16-punch doming set, 24-piece doming set Durston bangle forming die set, Durston complete jump ring forming set, Durston deluxe disc cutter, 10 sizes, 3 to 32 mil, Durston soldering station and turntable, Fordham SR with quick release handpiece, GRS Benchmade QC Basic, and a GRS microblock work holding vise. Oh, but I think there was options there as well. So
there's options on the vise, there's options on the Benchmade as well, direct from GRS. So we have got those prizes, there's 12, isn't there?
Yep.
12 prizes are available.
And my special prize.
And there's a special prize.
My
Well,
special
your
prize.
special prize.
Yeah.
Which is...
An hour with Andrew Berry.
Oh, no.
Remotely.
No.
Remotely. So you can pick Andrew's brains, you can ask him to demonstrate tools and techniques, you can ask him anything you want for an hour, anything to do with jewellery making. He will be your...
One-on-one.
Person to answer all your questions, yes.
For an hour.
So that's my special prize, my gift to you.
And what have you got to do? Nothing. You got to do nothing. Nothing at all.
Nada.
Tell them, Lou, nothing.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Just be a member, a paid member of At the Bench, and you have a chance to win an amazing prize.
And they're worth total £3,500. We got people clambering to join. Anybody can join. Mm-hmm. We don't restrict. We don't close our membership. Anybody can join. We don't ask you to jump through hoops as well. We just ask you to be a paid-up member. We don't ask you to produce anything, make anything, publish anything, share anything, draw anything. We're not asking you to do nothing, nothing at all. And that's what you got to do. Nothing. And they're the best sort of competitions, if you ask me. Do nothing and you can win. What could be better?
Well, it's just a perk, isn't it, of being a member. And you guys are all busy and have busy lives. And yeah, and...
Yeah.
We love you all, so we wanted to give
something back.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Anything, what they're worth, £180, £200 minimum plus the VAT. That's like £250 up to what's the GRS? £450, something like that.
I think, yeah.
So yeah, that's all you got to do.
pounds.
You've only got to do. I just wonder how many At the Bench members there are currently. I'm not telling you, Tom. That's secret. Thank you very much.
The top secret.
This top secret, Tom. That's between me and Louise.
Oh, there's
another competition. Don't forget, this is important. Now, this is
time bound now.
This is an important competition, so pay attention.
And this is for anybody, not just At the Bench.
Anybody,
members,
and
members.
I would ask you to tell your friends to enter this competition before midnight tonight.
I think it has to be before the winner of All That Glitters.
As
soon as the winner is announced, I'm going to snatch that competition away.
I would say as soon as this program starts.
Okay.
Otherwise, there may be some, yeah. So, no.
Okay.
8 p.m. We haven't put a closing time on this, have we? But now we are. 8 p.m. tomorrow. 8 p.m. Tuesday, the 18th of May. That is the closing date and time. We've got to be very time specific as well for the competition that we are running. And it's All That Glitters. Yeah, we've been on about All That Glitters for the last 5 weeks. Tomorrow is the last one. It is the finals tomorrow. And we are asking you to enter a competition. It is so simple. I keep doing this, Louise. Why am I doing this all the time?
No, that's new. You've only started that today.
I have, sorry. It is so simple. All you got to do is enter on the Facebook page. That's next door. Okay. On the Facebook page, there's a little...
Nay.
Pardon?
I have it here. There. Boom.
Boom. Where's it boom, Lou, to? Oh, there we go. Okay, so what you got to do, I got to check my nose. All you got to do is click on that link, enter the competition. All you got to do is choose. Is it going to be Tamara? Is it going to be Dan? Or is it going to be Hugo? Can't have multiple entries. You will be disqualified. All your entries will be disqualified.
Don't get frothy.
You cannot enter multiple times. It's one entry. You put 2 entries, you're both disqualified. So it's 1 entry only, and you can win. 3 prizes, one of 3 prizes. 1 of 3 prizes, memberships to At the Bench. All you got to do is guess who is going to win.
Bonnie, I don't want All the Glitters twins either.
It's getting really good.
Juan, can I just say, please still enter if you're already a member, because we will just simply add that time on, so you'll get a free year. Yes,
we will. Absolutely. We will add that onto your membership should you win. I say 1 of 3, 3 of 1 year memberships to At the Bench, and all you got to do is pick the winner of the All That Glitters, and we will do that we will announce that the day after on our day after party. Is that okay?
I think so. I think
we will announce that on our day after party, 3 winners, and we will do it on air So there's no cheating. If you have entered multiple times, I'm sorry, you're disqualified. I must say that now. So don't go, oh, I think I'll enter again. I'm going to pick Dan this time. Or I can pick Hugo this time. No. You get the general gist of the idea. And that's it. 8 p.m. tomorrow, when the program starts, is when the competition ends. And please, that little link that Louise has put in the
Shall I do it again?
There.
Or shall I wait till the end?
Please share it. Copy it, paste it with your friends, paste it with whoever, put it on Messenger, put it in a Facebook post, put it in groups, put it in your Facebook groups, the Jewelry UK, Bench Jewelers, Heaven Bench Jewelers, the Metalsmith Coffee, whatever. You can win a membership to At the Bench. One of 3 memberships. Simple as that. Getting quite frothy again, Louise.
You are getting very excited.
And there is one other thing that we want some help with as well, you guys. Isn't there?
Yes. The lovely Nikki from Gwent Handmade Silver and I have been trying to identify a stone.
Okay.
So we're completely stumped. It was sold as a black onyx.
Shall I put it on screen?
Yes, please do. So if anybody can help with IDing this stone.
Can they help us?
Yeah.
It was sold as a black onyx. It's not very black, is it? That's the thing.
So like black bands down here.
Yeah, but it's got nice flecks of blue in it, so I don't understand.
Well, I thought grey onyx, but then is there blue and grey onyx?
I don't know. We don't know,
Or is it some sort of composite? What do you think? I'm hoping Susan's on because she's...
I think, yeah, Susan's on.
She's pie hot on her stones.
She is. So that's what we're after. We are after some help on that particular stone. We don't know what it is. It was sold as black onyx. We don't think it is black onyx, but we could be proven wrong. Is it K2? What's K2? We don't know. Don't know.
K2.
K2. We'll have a look at that now. Louise is going to have a check on that now. Find out what K2 is. K2 stone. Oh. Now that's nice. Completely unrehearsed that.
Stone characterised by vivid blue or green spots in a mottled granite matrix. That's cool.
I do like that. Who said that? Who said that in the chat, though?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Looks
Wow,
like K2,
Elizabeth.
K2.
Well done. K2,
Traces
K2.
of malachite. It seems a bit like agate. I was thinking either agate or it looks a bit like it could be grey onyx.
K2 could be
Grey onyx, but I've never seen blue in grey onyx.
But that K2, it was pretty spot on, wasn't it?
Well,
look at it.
Yeah.
But that large bits of blue. Is there any faceted?
Doesn't look like it's very. I mean, that's polished, obviously, but this looks.
You've got any images? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe K2, Nikki.
Look at that there, the large K2 stone there was just there. Could well be.
Anybody else open to a K2? K2 could be Everest Base Can. Could we have a look at the stone? Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
sorry, of course.
Moonstone. I have several K2 stones, and that was my guess because of the blue. Yeah, it was the blue, I think, that's thrown us all, isn't it? Because it looks kind of banded but lacy.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? So that is, picture. There I am, there. So that is what we're after. We are after some help. And I think K2 is pretty good.
Why is it called K2? Is it AKA as you write in granite?
As you write in granite, wow. That's really good. I love it.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. So that could be it. So Nikki, that could be your stone. It could be K2. The matrix is different
from what I've seen. Yeah, but the blue spots and grey colouring match. Yeah, that's what's Kilimanjaro. Can UV light give a hint? I don't actually have the stone, otherwise I'd put my torch on it.
That's the mountain K2. Really nice. I love it. Nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so that could have solved the problem that we've been having. That's from the mountain. Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Here we are.
Well, there we go. I hope we've managed to help Nikki there.
Much cheaper than opal from what I bought. Yeah, okay. Because it right, okay, Kilimanjaro, yeah, sorry, from the second tallest mountain called K2. Would Kerry be able to identify? Yeah, possibly.
We just wanted to ask you guys first. Totally, very distinctive indeed. Yes. Good. All right then. Should we start?
Yes.
But yeah, thank you very much everybody for that. Really good of you. Thank you so much indeed. Let's put my phone down there out of the way, out of my way. It's the, are we ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's the 17th of May. It's time for our weekly Q&A. 17th of May, Monday the 17th of May. It jolly well is. Wish the weather would be nicer. But Louise, do we have our first question, please?
Yes. Christine is asking, anybody ever try riveting a bezel cup to a somewhat uneven surface, like a cuff or even a ring shank? Good or bad idea?
Riveting a bezel cup. Wow, I can't answer that because I've never done that. So I suppose riveted in 2 different places or 3 different places perhaps to avoid soldering it. I don't know, but if you guys can answer in the chat, please carry on. I don't know what else to say to that, Louise. I'm stumped. Speak to us, Louise.
Okay. For once.
Oh, I've never tried riveting a bezel to a base. No.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't help. But if anybody in the chat can, yeah, please.
We're just letting everybody else get on with it today, aren't we?
Should we just go?
Pubs are open.
Pubs are open. My gosh, yeah.
I don't know the stone. You can't answer that. Just
why are we here?
not the best start. Okay. Paul is asking, I have never seen Andrew use the silicone type polishing discs. Why is this? And I've just remembered something.
Really?
My discovery.
I have not. I do. I occasionally use the silicone wheels. I don't use those 3M wheels, those little fronds that spin round, because I find within one go the bits go everywhere, and what a waste of money that is. I've got some E-Flex, Everflex. I've got that. They're pretty good, but again, for me, they wear down far too quickly for the cost. I find them quite expensive initially, and they just go within a matter of 1 or 2 rings. So that's why I don't usually go down the silicone wheels or the silicone points, because I feel for me, in what I do, they're a waste of money. They're too costly, because you know what I'm going to say. My favourite are these. These are my little beauties. You don't need silicone wheels when you can get nice white nylon brushes. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I love a nice white nylon brush. I find that is far better. Okay, I have used the occasional silicone wheel if I've wanted to tidy up the outside of a bezel, perhaps. I've done that, which is perfectly fine. But that would be the only time when I've actually used it, when I want to keep a nice flat surface, so I use the edge of a silicone wheel. And the only other time I use my silicone wheels is when I'm actually sharpening my gravers, and I use the Ceradloss wheels, and they're about £35 for a wheel, and they last for years and years, and that's the only other type of silicone wheel that I use. So that is the reason I use these. These are 60 odd pence each, and they will last me 2 or 3 weeks, basically using them every single day. And that's the reason being, I'm a tight person, and I like to get my money's worth out of my tools.
Tighter than a submarine stick.
Anyway, there we go. But Louise, pass me over the box. There should be some boxes over there, some E-Flex box wheels as well. Yep,
this one?
E-Flex, that, yep, box. Yep, the silicone points in.
This one? This one? This one? This one?
There.
That one?
Yeah, no.
This one?
No, never mind. I thought they were there.
They're not here. There's no silicone points here.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Hang on. Let's just move over here. Hang on, let's just move into the camera.
You've got rose peppers, you've got mandrels.
Oh, they're my freebies to play around with there. I got these. Here we go.
Oh, these are for... Ooh.
These are for giveaways.
What are these for?
They're mine to play around with. Yes, they could be used. It could be. Okay, sorry, a bit of chit chat going on in the background there. All right, I've got these. All right. Okay, these are full of silicone wheels, and glad someone reminded me. We've got these to give away. Universal set. We will post them to anywhere. We got eight of these. We did have 10, but we kept 2 for ourselves. Could we need them? And we're going to put them through their paces. So these are available. These are going to be available to you guys. We've got 8 of these to post out free. I've no idea what I'm going to be doing yet with these. What should we do with these, Louise? Any ideas? Keep it clean. It's a family show.
I'll think of something.
We'll think of something. Should we? We'll think of something. So we got 8. We got 8 of these to give away from Eve. They are pencil points, mandrels. Yes, you know, you get just the idea. Knife points, wheels, mandrels, and so forth. But yeah, we got 8 of them to give away. Thank you, my dear.
Excellent.
Nice.
8 of these entire sets.
8 of those entire sets.
The kit, the box.
The whole box.
Good, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you, Eve.
We were giving them together. That was Paul. Paul the Grand. Paul. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
So thank you, Paul. Yes, so we're going to give 8 of those away. No idea how we're going to do it. Stay tuned to the question and answers. We will let you know perhaps next week. Next question, please, Louise.
Yes. Danny is saying, absolute beginner here. Welcome, Danny. I have made a sterling silver ring and it has dull patches. No matter how much I polish, this dark patch won't come out.
Dull patch. Dull patch. Usually this dull patch is going to be fire scale. You can polish and polish and polish. And do I look dirty today? Or is it just the lights in here?
Don't know. Can you?
Do I look dirty?
You've got polish on your...
I do have polish.
You've got some polish on your head.
I got polish on my head. I got polish on me. Anyway, these little dull patches sound like as if it's fire scale. Obviously, without seeing it and seeing the pictures, it's very hard to tell. It sounds like fire scale. Fire scale, it's where you've heated the piece up a little bit longer than what you should have, and the alloy, the copper in the silver, has reacted with the oxygen from the torch and has oxidized, and you've got this little oxide layer that can cover the whole layer, or it can come over in little patches. The only way to get rid of it is to file it, is to buff it. Use your buff sticks, you know, these things, your buff sticks, all right? Use these to get rid of the fire scale. You can polish, but the problem is the oxides are harder than the silver, so you'll end up polishing around the oxide, so the oxide will be higher and the rest of the surface will be lower. So don't try and polish off. Get it off with some emery paper, some wet and dry, 600, then go up to 1,000, 1,200, 2,000, whatever you choose, and that would be the best way to get rid of those little dull, the little grey, little ghostings, little clouds that appear, and you just cannot get that perfect shine. It sounds like fire scale to me. Do we have that stone? I think somebody was asking about the stone again earlier on.
You want to see the stone?
Yes, is that okay?
Nikki's stone, yeah.
Nikki's stone. So that's the stone we've been talking about. We think it is K2. Someone did say something else a little bit later on, but I didn't quite catch that. Yes, they're like clouds. Yeah, it sounds like fire scale to me. Absolutely. Sanding and more sanding. Yes, there's only elbow grease. Or what you can do is prevent it. And if you can prevent the oxygen from reaching the surface, then you will prevent the fire scale. And you can do that by using flux. You can use borax. You can use Allflux. You can use fire scoff to cover the surface to stop the flame, the oxygen from the flame hitting the actual surface and causing the fire scale. Is it Janet's birthday today? By any chance? Someone said. Is it Janet?
Oh, Tom's birthday's coming up.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Happy birthday, Tom and Janet.
Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. That's good, isn't it? Good. Next question then, please, Louise.
Okay. Jake is asking, how do you size a non-standard shape ring, specifically one with a flat bezel bottom and a shank that meets it straight at the sides?
Yeah, these are really awkward. I think Rio do a rubber mandrel, and it's a squidgy rubber mandrel. And I know what you're talking about. You've got like a flat head and you've got the shank that does that, okay? And ideally, because rings are round, the ring should be that shape, but you've got this gap here and this gap here. Yeah, I think so. I'm sure it's Rio that I saw. It's a rubber mandrel. Hope it's for tapping rings on, but the rubber mandrel can squeeze into these areas and fill these areas. You're going to get a better indication of the size. Now, it is awkward. I don't like rings that are like this sort of shape. There are ways around it when you can... Oh, I've used a Sharpie on there. It won't come off, Lou.
Really?
You saw it first, guys. Look.
Oh no, he's ruined his whiteboard.
On my whiteboard. Oh no,
you need to get a little bit of maths on the.
We're going to have to get another whiteboard, Lou.
No, I'll get it.
That means another sack truck.
Oh no, God, no! I can't. My nerves can't take it. No, we'll get a little bit of of alcohol. It'll come off.
Oh, alcohol. That's too good.
No,
waste it on a whiteboard. Yeah. So that's the idea, okay? Oh God. Or in the UK, if you're proficient at what you're doing, you should be able to guess how much of a size is going to be left on the top. Alcohol. Yes, not now. I'm busy doing the board.
Penny said, rub over with a whiteboard pen and it will all rub off.
Really?
Alcohol.
Let's have a look.
That's not the Sharpie again, though, is it?
Whiteboard pen and...
Oh
my gosh!
Oh,
Miracles! I thought, what am I seeing now? Let's have a look. Look at that. That's
magic.
Who said that?
Penny.
Oh my gosh. What a saviour. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. There we go.
Magic.
The next question, please, Louise.
Okay. Debbie, it is a top tip, isn't it? Debbie wants to make bangles. Are there any standard sizes? How do I calculate the length of wire?
20.5, 68. Right pen this time. Usually the diameter of a normal size bangle, 68 is the normal, and the circumference from there to there is normally around about 205. Let's just do 68 or 67.5. Let's just double check on here. 68 times 3.142 is 215, not 205. So 215, I do apologise. 215. That is the average, okay? 68 diameter, 215 circumference. There is a way of working this out. If you're making it out of wire, you then simply, the jury's out on this, it's usually 68, oh my gosh, 68 plus the thickness of wire, times pi. And then that will be the correct length you need for all the way around. Pi.
Everyone's saying Penny has to have the box of polishing wheels now for saving the whiteboard. So Penny, email me your address, louise@andrewberry.co.uk, and I will send you out a box of wheels.
Silicone wheels.
Yeah.
Eve, silicone wheels.
Yeah.
Well done.
louise@andrewberry.co.uk.
Yes, well done. Very free here, Louise, giving things away, but it was good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, everybody said you have to help them.
You saved my bacon. Yeah, absolutely. So usually it's the diameter plus the thickness of the metal times pi. So that would be, so you've got a piece of metal that's 2 millimeters thick. If you made that piece of metal at 215, when you make it round, it's going to be smaller. So you have 68 plus the thickness of the metal, so that would be 70 times 3.142. That would be the length of the metal you need for a round bangle. That's the average, okay? You can buy bangles, you know, like the ring sizes that you measure rings with. You can get bangle ones as well. We've got bangle ones downstairs. They're huge, massive rings of all different sizes, but you can get them. But that's the best way. Average size, oval bangles, completely different matter, but we won't go into that. Next question, please, Louise.
Okay. Yes. Do you need an option on form already a member for contact, as you will get multiple bits in email? Is that, Paul, is that for the competition to win the membership? Because if you're already a member,
we'll extend it.
Yeah, we'll just extend it, and we can filter you out of the other mailing list anyway if you opt in. So that's fine. I think we've got that one covered. Okay. Sorry, we're just chatting about this stone. Okay, Midnight Joker. I'm looking at an antique rolling mill, but it has a broken gear. Do you know if there is any interchangeability in gears between mills?
No, there isn't. No.
It's a shame.
There isn't. You'd have to work out what mill it is, what manufacturer it is, and then try and approach the company to see if they can make you a gear or if they still make the gears for that particular mill. Usually it's doubtful. Some of the manufacturers have gone bust and they don't make the mills anymore, so you're just going to have to double check and find out the manufacturer. If you do have a problem with the manufacturer, not with the manufacturer, but assessing who manufactured it, send us some photographs. We can send them over to Matthew Durston and he'll be able to tell you. He's pretty good at doing things like that, telling you what these mills are. So do that. Yep. That's it. Next question, please, Louise.
Okay, Marianne is asking, can you leave pieces in the pickle for too long? If yes, what's the longest time that is safe?
I've left things in the pickle that's been silvered when they have been soldered, and the pickle does actually affect the strength of the solder joint. I've left it in there over the weekend. I went to tap at a ring and it's split. So days. I'd say if you left it in there for an hour, not a problem. If you left it in there from one day to the next, you should be okay just about. But anything longer than that, I think the joint would suffer. I don't think the metal would suffer too much because it's not really going to be etched. It's not strong enough to etch. It's quite a very weak solution. If you use sulfuric acid, 10%, you may find it may become slightly pitted, but a safety pickle you should be fine with. So you're fine for up to about a day. After that, you may have problems with the joint. It won't necessarily corrode or erode, but it may affect the strength and it may snap should you happen to tap it on a mandrel. Just to forewarn you on that. Julie's asking, do the white nylon brushes polish or create a brushed effect? They don't produce a brushed effect, it's a pre-polish. So the idea is then you would use your buff sticks, or your inside buff sticks, or your inside things like a sanding drum like this, to get the insides at a reasonable finish, about, I don't know, 600, 800 grit. Then you can get straight onto those white nylon brushes. It will get rid of all the scratches and it will produce a nice finish. A pre-polish, you come along there with a nice soft mop to do that final polish, but they're absolutely brilliant for that. Sorry,
but for a brushed effect, you'd need one of your medieval torture brushes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so the frosting wheels.
Yes, that's the proper name.
Your medieval wheels. So all that glitters, the contestants, the participants are absolutely loving these frosting wheels because they do produce a brilliant texture. These will produce a nice matte finish if you want a bit of a brushed-ish effect, but they produce more of a dotted. Brushed effect, a brass brush or something like these little brushes that we've got here, these little brass boys here, they're going to produce a brush finish. If you want to produce an even even more of a brushed finish, you can get propelling pencil type thingies. Have I got one in here? I don't. It's like a propelling pen.
I don't think you should keep that Sharpie on your bench.
In whichever way it should stay over there, and that's where it goes over there. I'm not going to get, but if I do, I know how to get rid of it. This is very, very good. In here is a whole load of glass fibre brushes. You should be able to just about see that. Camera focuses, there we go. Brush like this, come get you nice and close. There we go, even better. So this is like a propelling pencil. You turn the top here. As you turn the top, they come out of the ends, supposedly. There we go, as you can see. There. You use that under some running water to get rid of those little glass fibre shreds, and you can produce a nice gentle matte finish on a polished surface. So always remember, before you apply a texture or a finish, it's always got to be nicely highly polished, then you can put on some of that. There we go. I'm just going to push that back in there and maybe have a next question, please, Louise.
Yes. Sandra, do the white nylon brushes work with ZAM?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
As long as it's a pre-polish, basically. A pre-polish would work just as well, yes. A ZAM would work just as well, sorry.
Okay, Henka is asking any sawing tips for sawing out a name, initial or letters for the first time?
Always, oh, wrong one, hang on, there we go, that's better. Always start with the insides first. So say you want to, for argument's sake, cut out Louise's name, okay? And you want to cut that out, okay? So perhaps
just put Lou. Cut your work in half.
So what you would do, you would perhaps cut out this first by here, you cut that out, you'd cut this out, the O, you cut that out, okay? You then would cut out the middle of the E, you've also got the ring attached on here, you cut out the middle of that, and likewise up here, here's the ring. So whilst you've got your big bit of metal that's like this, yeah, it's easier to hold on to whilst you cut out these little areas first, yeah? And then obviously then there's the eye. It depends on actually obviously how all this goes together, thinner, thicker, hard. I'm absolutely rubbish at drawing like this, yeah. And that's obviously joined to there, so you cut all this out. To get the general gist of the idea, so you cut out the small little areas first because you've got a nice reasonable sized bit of metal first of all. Then what I would do is come along and start at this end, and I would cut around. I would cut around here like that. Then I would go around and then cut around. There we go. Yeah. And then I would cut around all in one go if I possibly can, like that, round there, round there, round there, round there, and I would do that. And that would be it. And that would be the way I would cut out names. And then perhaps what you'd want to do then is come along and just mark out the letters. So perhaps then where the E joins the S, you'd have a bit of an engraved line like that. Perhaps where the I comes up to the S, you would mark off that. Where the U is coming up to the I, you have a little line down here. Do you know what I mean? You just mark off and you segregate the name, the individual letters. But that would be my tip for cutting out letters. Do the insides of these little areas first because it's easier to hold on to the piece. And I would start here, do the bottom like that, and then come round and do the tops. And that's how I've always done my letters. Let me have another question. Just thinking, did I use the right one then? Next question, please, Louise.
Okay. Dennis asked me for white nylon brushes. I'm just popping up the link for you now, Dennis. So that should be on there.
Yep, andrewberry.co.uk.
Yep, that's done.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Good, good, good.
Oh, let's see. Where are we?
Fast and Furious, these are coming in today.
Bonnie is saying, I made a ring with a band soldered round wire on each side to make a channel and added crushed turquoise and resin. I saw missed solder spots on the wire to band.
Yeah.
Can I fix my solder joints with resin already set?
They're going to be seen, aren't they? That's the thing. So I think you've learnt your lesson. You've got to make sure that those joints have got to be perfect. The seams have got to be perfect before you start putting anything within the channel. Because once that's gone in the channel, once your resin or you use like your super glue in that channel, once it's in the channel, there's nothing you can do to the rest of the ring. You can't even resize the ring. If you notice some pit holes when you come to polish it, you can't do anything with it unless you've got a laser or a Lampert PUK. That would be the only way that you could do that. So the lesson learned, polish up the ring before you set the stones into it, examine it under a microscope, under a loupe, under your headband, and make sure that ring is perfect. Then you have to do that in. So no, you may be able to fill the gaps with a bit of resin, but you're gonna see it. So it's not really worthwhile doing, I don't think. Or put a bit of a texture around the outside of the band and disguise it perhaps. That may be a better way of doing it. Louise, maybe have none. Buy a laser. If you can afford a laser, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Tanya is saying the gem book, the stone is called Manny Stone. I just googled Manny Stone and I'm just getting the basis from the Stone Roses because his name is Manny. So yeah, Manny Stone. Okay. How far did we get? Len is checking to see if you use bezel forming blocks, and if so, do you have any cardinal tips for success?
Bezel forming blocks. Do you mean collet punches? Do you mean the punches, the collets that are the shapes that are like that, and then you have the corresponding die that goes in? Is that what you mean from the collet punches? I do use them. I've only got round ones. If I want an oval collet, I make it round and then squish it small. If I want to do a square one, again, I make it round and then I just use the square pliers just to squeeze the sides together. If it's going to be a tapered one, if it's square, I would make up the squares by hand. Let's think, because what you can do, you can get away with having a round piece of tubing and putting that in here. So the bit of tubing comes in this area like this. That's a bit too high. So there's your piece of tubing here, and then you put your collet punch in here, and what you do then, you force this out, and as you tap this down, this gets forced inwards. Perhaps not at the same time. Let's just work this out, Andrew. Okay, so you get your square tube, you hammer this down, okay? So you hammer this into the collet, which then will give you that sort of finish. Yeah, you've hammered that. Then you get your collet punch in here and it pushes the outsides out, and you can use tube. Obviously, the top edge here is going to be thinner than down here because it's a tube of equal thickness, or you can get a piece of metal that is that shape, turn that round into a cone shape, and then you can put it in the collet plate to make it round. You can do the same sort of things with square and octagonal by making the round tubing first of all, and then making the collets round and then putting them into your hexagonal or square collet punches. You can do that by all means, and those are my tips for using collet punches, which I think that's what you meant. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you said collet punches. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the best way to do it. If you are going to use tubing, make sure you use quite thick wall tubing, otherwise by the time you've tapped it and stretched the top, it's become very, very thin. But unless that's what you're after, that'd be excellente. Yes, next question please, Louise.
Okay. Paul is asking, can green polish be used instead of rouge?
What is green polish? I don't know. Green polish. I suppose, is it a super fine? Is it a fine finish, green polish? Do you mean, is it Lux? Something like that? Dilux green vert.
Rouge polishing compound.
Yeah, vert green, yes. By the looks of it, it looks...
Dilux green vert bar polishing compound polish.
Compound platinum stainless steel at the best. Yes, it looks like you can. Yes, you can. I've never used it, but yeah. It's for platinum, it's for white metals then, isn't it, by the looks of that? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
They're getting very technical, some of these questions. Elizabeth just asked a very technical question. How would you go about setting a trillion stone with a partial bezel on one side and a prong? Wow. Carefully at the moment, but I'll come to that later. Next question then, please.
Ines is asking, any tip on where to get safety pickle outside of the UK or the US? My suppliers here don't even know what it is.
Sodium bisulfate, Louise? Maybe sodium. I'm sure it's sodium bisulfate is the chemical. Sodium bisulfate. They use it for cleaning swimming pools, I do believe.
Sodium hydrogen sulfate. It's the sodium salt of the bisulfate.
Yes, it's
anion with molecular.
Yeah. So sodium bisulfate is what you need, and they use it for cleaning swimming pools.
Would you just buy the dried?
Yes, you buy it dry. It can be safely shipped and stored, it says. So there we go. Sodium bisulfate.
And it will have the dilution directions, will it, on the...
Yeah, you just make a saturated solution, so you keep adding it to the water until you can add no more.
So they can dissolve no more. Okay, cool.
It's You amaze me every single day, Louise.
Yeah, all right.
No, but no, you honestly do.
Paul is asking, where did Andrew get them from the wheels matting?
Matting.
I've looked but can't find them in the suppliers.
Yeah, Cookson. Cookson sell them, Betts Metal sell them. Frosting wheels, if you search for pendant motor accessories, they should be under there. There's yellow, green and black. They come in different thickness of wires, so you should be able to find them there. That's what they call matting wheels, frosting wheels, something like that. So go and check them out. Nice, quick and easy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I have another question.
Anthony is asking, what is the best way to put a groove around the circumference of a ring so I can inlay a copper wire inlay?
A couple of ways to do. If you're doing copper wire inlay, the best way to do that is going to be simply you've got your ring that's like that. I would then just simply get a pair of dividers. There's the ring on the side. You mark a line here. You mark a line on the other side. But easiest way to do that, I find, is let's use one of these rings up here. I've got one of these rings.
Paul is saying they don't look the same as the ones that you have.
Oh, I'll have a look now in a minute.
And Dana wants you to hold up the inside sanding wheel again, trying to find it on Rio.
Okay, no worries. So what I would do is get a scribe. Let's see how close we can go on this, shall we? So I would get like a scribe like that. Get the scribe, come along and put the tip on the ring, turn that round like that, turn the ring over, do exactly the same there. You get the same height, you get a nice groove line on either side. Then you would then perhaps get a piercing saw and cut the channel down the middle so you get nice straight sides. Then you can use a burr to come along and just burr out the center. Obviously the bottom doesn't matter too much if you're inlaying wire, just got to make it deep enough for that inlay to go in. If you're using it and you're not soldering it, that where you've made your little groove, yeah, in the ring like this, I would ideally try and get a bit of an undercut like that. So by the time then you got, say, a bit of round wire here and you hammer the round wire in, it will take that shape and it will spread out like that. So then you won't have any problems with that wire coming out. So you hammer it into that groove. Yeah, you hammer that into the groove because the rest of the ring's going down here. There's the corresponding groove down there. Yeah, so you hammer it into that and then you can just take that off the top and you've got your two-tone ring. Looking for these now, aren't we?
The matting wheels.
Cookson.
Shall I just pop the link up?
Yeah, do you have it on there?
No. If I can find it though, because Paul, you're in the UK, I think, aren't you? Are you in the UK?
Mm-hmm.
Are they called
frosting, matting,
frosting? That's what you call them.
Frosting. Yes.
And pendant
frosting wheels.
Paul, it's called a pendant frosting wheel. So if you put that into Cookson's search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't got the black ones though, because you've. Oh, hang on, view all. Yeah, they have.
They're the big ones. They're the little ones.
On the mandrel. Yeah.
Just post a link to that page.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And also Dana had a question about. She wanted you to hold up the.
Ring these.
Yes. That was from Rio.
Yes. Okay, so Louise is going to pop into the chat. So that's the link
that's
to
your
the
frosting wheels.
That's your frosting wheels link to the page that has the frosting wheels. And then we've also got these, which I think Dana was on about. These are sanding drums. You can buy them. You can also make them yourself from a split mandrel. Do I have a split? I do.
Is that where you get your frosting wheels, Andrew Cookson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got them from there, and also I think I got them from Betts Metals as well. Not quite sure, but I think Betts Metals frosting wheels may even have them on there as well. Frosting. Betts Metals, very slow.
There they are. Yellow fine text. They're called texturing brushes.
They're called texturing.
Blue, coarse, yellow fine, or unmounted.
They're called texturing brushes. Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't come in black.
I don't know where my black one came from then. But that's it there. Yeah, for great
just
fine
come in
satin
those
fierce.
three.
And again, they're on Better Metals. Just search for texturing brush, and they come up on there as well.
They are the same. They look different. Are they the same? Yeah, that's where we get them.
Yeah. Okay.
The spines look more substantial.
They're all various different ones. So you want to make these inside sanding drums. You can buy them. They're called sanding drums. Various different ways of buying them. They come in like 400, 600, 800 grit. You can buy them by the box. We buy them by the 10, I think. Or you can do it this way, which is rather nice and simple. Split mandrel, a piece of emery paper that has come off your buff stick. And I need my glass line because I can't see the split in this. There it is there. Put it onto that and just spin that around. Okay, spin that around, and now you have got your own little sanding drum. You can get a little bit of sellotape, wrap it around the top if you wanted to hold that in place. A little bit of elastic band on the top just to hold that. And if you rotated that correctly, which is this way, you've got your own little sanding drum. And you can set, you know, when you cut off the ends, when you have your buff sticks like this, and you come to the buff stick and think, oh, that's a bit worn now, so you peel it up, rip it off, save them, and you can make your own little sanding drums. Lovely. But I don't know if they sell them in Rio. I'm not as in Rio de Janeiro, as in Rio Grande.
Rio Grande, yeah.
That's it. Next question, please, Louise.
Okay, Andre is
Flying
asking,
today.
yeah.
Sorry.
I've seen other jewellers glue their stone onto the metal sheet to scribe the layout. Is it safe? And if so, how would you unglue it?
I wouldn't really glue it. I would perhaps use something like double-sided tape across a little section of the stone, if you can put it down on top. People do glue them. I don't see why would you want to glue a stone when all you got to do is just scribe around it. I would get double-sided tape, cut a little section out, put that onto the table of the stone, put the table down or the bottom of the cabochon, so then you can easily draw around it and then lift the stone up. No harm done. You just scrape off then the little paper label. I would do that. Get some white tack, blue tack, sticky tack, whatever you want to call it, and you can also use that just to put a little bit onto the stone. And all you're trying to do is just hold onto the stone. Put your finger on top and scribe around it if you wanted to. A little bit harder to do, but something that is not as destructive as glue. Glue takes a while to set. Don't use super glue. You're going to ruin the stone. You're going to ruin the silver. The silver's going to, you know, oh, don't, no. Double-sided tape, double-sided tag, whatever you've got, and that's all you need. Rio has the split mandrels. Yes, they do. Cool. Next question, please, Louise. We're just flying.
Doing well, yeah. Elizabeth is asking, how would you go about setting a trillion stone with a partial bezel on one side and a prong at the tip?
Right. So your trillions. I thought Grace was going to go for that. You see, a trillion. You see. Sorry. So we go. There we go. So we got a bezel on the one side. You would have the bezel just coming along a little bit like that to hold the stone in place, like that. And then the stone would come in here, okay? And you got the bit of the bezel like that there. And then on this side, then you'd have the claw, and you'd have the claw separate. That's how I would set it.
Okay. Rouge questions. BMX. When is the best time to stamp any letters on the inside of the ring identifying the metal?
I would polish the piece of...
Oh, can I just, sorry, Elizabeth saying worried about the corner treatment mostly.
Okay, let's go back on.
Sorry, we will come back to your question.
So what I would do is, where the claw is here, okay, and this is the rest of the mount that comes like this here, what I would do is as if you watch all the glitters, this is what Hugo did last week, you would drill a hole into the piece or use a ball burr, something like that. So when the stone goes in place, the corner of the stone fits into that little hole, so there's no stress. Then you can then ease the claw over quite safely, and that would be the best way to do it. If the claw isn't round and the claw is sort of square shape like that, exactly the same thing.
Can't hear on camera. Oh, you're on me.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't.
Let's start again. Do apologise. Oh, so we have.
I need to pay attention, don't I? I was thinking about something else.
So you have the claw is here. We have this is the part of the setting. You would drill a hole by here into the claw itself.
You're all just watching me. Sat you like a cow in a field.
You would. Yeah, so that's where you drill a hole into the claw, not all the way through.
Mike.
Oh, my mic's gone now, is it? No, my mic is.
The batteries?
No, my mic is going up there. Andrew's mic? No, my mic's fine.
Do you want mine? Yeah, use this.
No, my mic should be. Oh, hang on, yes it is, yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Should we start this one all over again? So, third time lucky. This is what we need to do. You have the claw. I should be well versed at this now.
I should be as well, shouldn't I?
Pay attention. So there's your claw, okay? You drill a blind hole. You use a ball burr or a drill. You drill a little hole into the claw. Halfway through, not all the way through. So now the stone will fit into that little area, so there's no pressure on the edge of that stone. Then
Can't hear you.
What? Yes, you can.
Guys, can you hear Andrew? Yeah, just have my mic.
Can't hear me. Again, you've got to hear me.
Guys, can you hear him?
You can hear me. I'm not gonna carry on. Lol. Hello. Are you playing around?
Yeah, okay. They're joking.
JK. Right, so that's the yeah, sods, isn't it? Right, I've lost my. Where's my oh, there it is. No, that's my phone.
Okay, we're good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So that's what. If you've got a square claw, exactly the same thing. There's your claw there. You do drill a little blind hole or a ball burr into that. So when the stone goes into place like that, there's no pressure on the claw. So from the side, you've got the claw that does this. You've got that little bit of a blind hole like that. And here's the rest of the setting here. So when the stone goes in place, the stone goes into that, then you can do whatever you want with the claw. You should be able to ease the claw over a bit so it does that. Does that make sense? And then there's no pressure on that tip. Next question. Next question, please.
Sorry, let's go back to BMX. When is the best time to stamp any letters on the inside of the ring, identifying the metal?
You would do it once you clean the inside of the shank. So once the inside of the shank has been cleaned and polished, then I would come along and stamp. By stamping it, you're going to mark the outside of the ring shank. So what I would do is perhaps not finish the outside of the ring shank just yet, but the inside has to be finished, because if you come along then with your sanding drum and your buff sticks and your polish, you're going to be taking away the marks and the stamps you put on the inside of the shank. So don't do it that way. Do it the other way. Clean, polish inside of the shank first, then you can stamp, then you can buff the outside and make sure that's nice and clean.
Okay.
Yeah, all have two claws, one at either side. Yes.
That was very entertaining, Lol. And I hope it was the answer was worth the wait.
Or going back to what Gillian just said, yes, you could have there's your mount there. You could have the one claw then that comes up here, and you could have the one claw that comes up there. So the stone fits into place here. So this claw comes over, that claw comes over, and the point of the stone is exposed, which isn't a great thing, but at least when you come to set it, and then you'd have, obviously then you'd have that one there, and the same one here as well, yes. Absolutely. Sorry, Louise, next question.
Okay, Janet in Fuerteventura has bought some earring posts and butterfly backs, but I don't like them. Any ideas, styles, thicknesses of sheet silver to use against thickness of wire used as a post?
So thickness of sheet to make the scrolls. Is that what we're on about?
Your own posts and butterfly backs, but don't
Okay.
like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, make your own butterflies? You can make them quite easily. Really thin metal, perhaps 0.2, 0.3, and it has to be that shape. That would be your scroll shape, and then you roll that side up, you roll that side up. Some people will actually punch a hole through here with a very small sharp tip, and the reason why you punch it is then you would then get a little bit of a groove here where the hole is, like that, and that would be the best way to do that, or just drill a hole before you start, which would make life a lot easier, and the post will go through. Post 0.8, 0.9, 1 millimeter would be ideal to go through, but that's the shape that you need to make the scrolls, or you can make them whatever shape you want. Yeah, you get the general gist of the idea. You can actually buy stamps. There's a company that you can buy these to stamp these shapes out to make your own scrolls as well.
That's good.
Nice. Next question, please.
Gillian is asking, is the interview with Lee on after this?
It is 6 o'clock.
Okay.
6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Perhaps you could post a little link as well to the people.
Yes, I will,
Should
yeah.
be nice.
Okay.
Lee is he's with us today, actually, Lee. And his interview is at 6 p.m. It should be good. It's a good one. He came over in person. Who's his next after Lee? Sunny?
Sunny, yeah. We had a chat with Sunny on
Thursday, Friday? Can't remember. Was
Friday.
it
It was Friday,
Friday. Amazing. That went on. Great bloke. Really good interview that. It took me 5 hours to edit that yesterday. 5 hours for 35 minutes. That's how long it takes me to edit these, because we just chat, don't we? We chat, we talk about this, that, and the other, then we go off topic, and then things we can't say, we got to take it out, put it in. Yes, so that would be really good. So, and then we got Tam's later on in the week, Tamara's later on in the week as well, and then we should have 2 more to go, which would be Hugo's and Dan's. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that on social media. Is that the same when you go to the assay office, Fiona? Yes, in theory it is. If you have your items lasered, you don't need to refinish them afterwards, because you can finish the pieces so they are finished final pieces. Likewise, if you're going and sending them to the assay office, clean and polish the insides or the surface that the stamp is going on, because then you have less polishing to do. If you stamp it, they're going to mark the back, because they stamp it through the surface that's in contact with the steel plate will mark slightly, so you're going to have to repolish that up. Absolutely right. Ooh. Yes.
Juan is off to get a COVID jab. Nice one.
Nice one,
Good
Juan.
luck.
Good luck.
Nice and good luck.
You were okay after yours, weren't you?
I was fine, yeah.
Yeah, you're a little bit lethargic, but you
no
were
different to normal then, really, is it, on a Sunday?
You were fine. It really affected me, though, didn't it?
Well, it would, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah, absolutely. Next question.
Yeah, of course it did. Okay.
Oh, I had to have a lie down.
Yeah. Thomas is asking, what is the name of the substance in rouge, as in the powder?
Hematite.
Is it?
I think it is powdered and crushed hematite. I think it is, from what I can remember from years ago. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, give this a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you. All the best, Juan. Absolutely all the best for that.
Okay.
You should be fine. No worries. Next question.
Oh, where are we? Yeah, we're talking a lot about acids and pickles and various different things. So yeah, just to reiterate, any advice undertaken in the chat is followed at your own risk.
Yes, exactly. So it is ferrous oxide, yes.
Okay, Hariri is saying, I have 2 pieces of silver, the charm and the chain. The charm is a name I did a week ago. It turned black, tarnished, while the chain stayed... Well, the chain stayed the colour of silver, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, you left a note on one of the YouTube films. Okay, this is because silver is alloyed. Sterling silver is alloyed. 925 silver, you've got 925 parts silver. The other 75 parts are other metals. It is usually those metals that have a reaction with things. perfumes and creams and hand sanitizer and that sort of thing. So that is the reason why, if the pendant is obviously made from a different alloy than the chain, there's a chance that one will tarnish, one will go black, and the other one won't. So that would be the reason why that is the case. Is that the question? Why are they gone different colours?
Yeah,
why is one? Yeah. So yeah. So you've got obviously 925. That's silver. You've got another 75 parts other metals, and it's those that will tarnish. So it's whatever is these 75 parts of other metals. Could be copper, could be other things in it, that's the alloy, and it's those that are reacting with perhaps the sulfur in the air, it could be the hand sanitizer, it could be perfume, and so forth, but that's the reason why. Hematite is ferric oxide. Well, there we go, that's told me off.
Fiona is saying to only polish inside and leave outside when it comes back from assay.
Say that again, sorry?
To only polish inside
Right.
and leave outside
Yes.
when it comes back from assay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got to the bottom of the questions.
Practice flush setting. What's the best way to recover the stone to use it again?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Depending on what stone. If you're using cubic zirconias, you keep them there as little practice pieces, or just cut through the metal and open it up. So you've got your sheet here. You've done it in the centre. You cut through. You open it up. You break it open and you take the stone out. Or just get a piece of sheet or brass and just practice setting stones and drilling stones, and that'll be a nice little practice piece for you to look back on when you're actually proficient and go, gosh, I started somewhere, look how terrible those stones are, but look at me now. Should we have one last question, Louise? It's 10 past already.
That is it.
Is that it? Domestic hand steamer.
Of use for jewellery making. Domestic hand steamer.
Domestic hand steamer.
Do you know the ones you use to clean your house, I'd imagine?
Oh, right,
Is that
okay.
what you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the steam's going to be powerful enough, as in for the steamers that we use in jewellery.
Bonnie, hoping to ask two questions. Want to make a ring with my mum's. Oh, can I add to the casting? No, lovely. Because the metal just shows to act as an impurity. And sorry, that sounded really crude then, but it doesn't stay in the metal.
No.
So you'd be better off getting them cast into some sort of, put into some sort of stone. But
resin.
Yeah, it basically just gets pushed out and it won't stay in the metal.
It's like when you are melting down some scrap and you've got some little bolt rings that you're melting down. The bolt rings come to the surface, and as you swish it around the crucible, the bolt rings go out into the crucible. Same things will happen with ash. Even though you may sprinkle it upon the gold, what happens? The gold will go, oh, we don't want that, and it'll push it to the outside, and it'll stick to the crucible. But the gold will be exactly the same as it was before. There'll be no ashes in it at all. So as Louise said, make something that has a little container or space that you can put the ashes into, or mix up the ashes with some resin and perhaps make a stone or a bit of inlay in the top of it. That would be your best thing.
There's a lot of, certainly some companies in the UK which will combine them into resin or make them into some sort of a stone.
Like glass pendants. And
glass stone. Yeah.
Do we only use the ultrasonic after pre-polish? If you're repairing, you can use the ultrasonic beforehand to get rid of all the crud and everything that's all stuck from behind the rings before you start working on it. So an ultrasonic would be good for that. Ultrasonic it after you pre-polish, ultrasonic it after you finally rouged it. Yes. What else we got? Are there any metals we shouldn't put together? Sometimes people say you shouldn't put silver and copper together and wear it because the acids from the skin corrode the copper. Some people will say that. What else we got? How about that, Louise? Is that it then? Anything else? Anything else? Paul, get the... watching videos, it makes it very easy for people to understand. Thank you, Bill, for that. Appreciate that. Okie Dean, thank you very much in that as well. That's about it. What can't you steam? I'd be very careful with organic stones. Louise is an expert on this.
I'm not an expert, but yeah, there's a lot of stones which you can't steam.
Yep.
Emerald, pearl, opal, I think fracture filled.
Anything that's been filled, oiled, emerald
Yeah.
especially.
Anything like that.
Certain
Won't like the
things you
steam.
shouldn't steam. Yeah.
The metals are generally
Metals are fine.
okay. Yeah.
You've got no problems with doing metals. It's long to lose a lot of metal when using a draw plate. Sometimes it depends on the draw plate. Cheap draw plates will perhaps rip some of the metal off, and sometimes when you pull it through, you will find little shards, little shavings that come off. But that's, I think, is due to the draw plate itself. Bonnie Bryce, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Kathy, thank you very much for that. And of course, we're on the chat. Yeah, it's been quite an active chat today, isn't it?
It's been really great,
Lots
and
of
we've
things.
answered loads of questions, which is always lovely, isn't it?
And we got the stone. We think we know what the stone is. The K2. Love my membership. Thank you, Anthony. Really do appreciate that.
Oh,
Elizabeth,
lovely.
thank you so much indeed. Can't wait to watch Lee's interview. Don't forget, have you put a link up for that?
I haven't yet, but I'm just going to repost the competition.
Don't forget, competition to win one of three. No. Yeah, one of three one-year memberships to At the Bench ends tomorrow, 8 p.m. Greenwich, British summertime. So you can win. All you got to do is guess the person who's going to win.
Who will win?
It is as simple as that.
So we'll repost this on the socials as well. Shall we the link?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah,
Yep, you
please
don't
do.
have to be a member to enter this, but you may well be a member after you've entered it.
Exactly. One of three one-year memberships.
But
So-
you can, if you're a member, still please enter.
Yeah. And At the Bench 12 years ago is like watching Doctor Who. Thank you very much.
Somebody in the cake shop said you look like which one? I got to get it right now, haven't I?
I had my mask on and I looked like Capaldi.
Lewis, no, the other one. Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. You look like a handsome Peter Capaldi. Thank you very much. And I did that and went, oh no you don't. So yeah, Peter Capaldi, not Lewis, Peter Capaldi.
I don't think you look like him.
Thank you. I was going to say something, could do an upgrade, yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Right, some of you have been putting your guesses to who's going to win underneath the picture on Facebook. That is not what we're asking. We're asking to fill out the form. We just need... You
can say what you can. Please comment away, because that's what we like. Chitty chat on the socials. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
But yeah, that's not how you enter the competition.
If you want to enter the competition, it has to be on the form. If you just put it your name or put in whose name you want it to win underneath the picture, doesn't count. It's got to be on the form. Thank you, Julian. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Julian. Yeah, he's going to be unbearable now for the rest of the day.
What else we got going on, Louise? What else we going on?
I think that's about it, really.
So we got that. We got, don't forget, At the Bench members, paid
I'm
members.
going to put an email together and I'm going to tell everybody what the prizes are so that everybody knows. Because a lot of people... Oh, you've written it, of course, yeah, you've written it down. Okay, great.
I wrote it with my Sharpie and then used my Sharpie to go. Oh, yeah. Cool. How's your dad? Mine 92. St George was 98. I hope all is well. Yes, Okie Dean. Yes, my father is he 98? When was he born? 22. He's 90. He's 98. He's 99 in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, his eyes, he says, blind. I said, Dad, you got odd socks on. You forget, I'm going blind.
I think you forget, I'm going blind. I can't hear.
But yeah, my dad's all right.
Yeah, he's remarkable, isn't he, for 98?
He is. Nice hairstyle, Louise.
Thank you.
It is looking gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous today. Lovely little. What's that? Is that? They call that. Do they call that a jumpsuit, Louise?
I don't know what they call it. It has pockets.
It's a cat suit.
I think it's an all-in-one. Yeah.
Very smart. Very smart. Yeah, just hit the like button or hit the thumbs up if you like this. I do appreciate it. And don't forget, Lee's
coming up 6 o'clock.
Coming up 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Just search for Andrew Berry. Yeah, search for that on YouTube. 6 o'clock. It'll be coming up. That's about it.
A onesie. Oh, I wish it was. Paul's asking, what are your social media links? Ooh. We are.
Now, this is the thing. We've been messing about and we were too late to the party with some of these, weren't we? So on Instagram, we are at underscore the underscore bench underscore UK.
Is it?
Yeah.
Another underscore?
They're all underscores. Because people have got at the bench. Why? And they don't even use it.
Just because they got there before you.
Twitter? Is it Andrew Berry
I don't
UK?
have anything to do with Twitter, no.
I never use Twitter.
I don't like Twitter. Perhaps I shouldn't say that, but I just find it... I don't like being restricted in characters. I'm a bit of a chatterbox.
It is awkward.
And
put in links,
the thing is, what we all do is so visual, isn't it? So...
It doesn't work, does it?
Yeah. It's...
YouTube, Andrew Berry.
But I don't know if you can still use TweetDeck.
Yeah, TweetDeck's for desktop only, isn't it?
It's amazing though. Its capability of it's really clever.
Is it?
Perhaps we'll have a chat about that.
Yeah, good, wouldn't it? Facebook, you can search. I can't even spell out the bench. I spell out the bench these days. At the bench, and that's on Facebook. And also, just search for Andrew Berry at the bench. I'm there somewhere. And Louise as well, if you want a friend Louise.
On my personal page, my posts are very boring indeed.
No, they're not. They're really good. They're really good. All right, then. How about that? What are we doing? What are they making tonight? Jimmy, they are making some pearl earrings.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, All the Glitters is the final tomorrow, 8 p.m, BBC Two. You can also catch up on iPlayer.
BBC Two's All the Glitters is on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and is available to watch on iPlayer.
On iPlayer. Tomorrow they're making pearl earrings and a manjeet, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's the thing that comes round with covers the third eye by here. Unusual one for the final. I thought perhaps the ring would have been great for the final. Something like that, or matching earrings and so forth. But yeah, that's for tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yep. Can't wait.
Good. That's about it. Don't forget, don't hang around because this is going to end. But search for the Lee Appleby. The Lee Appleby interview on YouTube. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. It's a good one. It's about half an hour. Again, Lee came over around to the studio here and we interviewed him up against the wall. That sounded really terrible. So that was that. How did you get on with the gel light box today? Macro. Tough,
good.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's,
did you see the buttons on the side? The
yes, and after I'd taken my blooming photos, I had, yeah. Should have watched your tutorial on it, shouldn't I? Yeah. It is lovely, isn't it? Amazed at the detail you can get.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. We do have a playlist. That's question and answers 116 watching now. Louise is just going to find it now.
Hang on.
That's the question and answer.
I know. I'm just watching.
Watching me all over again, Louise.
Where's the sound coming from? What's going on? Oh, you're making me all of a tizzy now, Andrew.
Oh.
Right. Shut up, Louise. Right. Okay. Here.
That's
found it. Finally.
Yep.
Be quiet. Okay. Right. Here. This is the link to the premiere at 6.
This is the link to the premiere at 6 p.m. Yes. That's it. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up if you like it. Go along to the premiere, starts at 6 p.m. tonight. You can give us a thumbs up on that. You can also chat in the chat for about 5 minutes after as well. So you got about another 30-minute chat upon that.
The chat just got snatched away, didn't it?
It's disappointing. You thought it would stay on there.
I was in the middle of typing something. I think I was answering something Romy had said, and it just said, it just ended really abruptly and said,
the premiere's over. You can't.
It's over now. You can't say anything else. It's like, oh, charming.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. So that's that.
I thought you said I lost interest then. I lost the internet.
I lost internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went a bit then, didn't we? And then we got Sunny's and Tamara's later on this week as well. And also we've got Dan and Hugo's then to come. And we're still waiting for. And we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
That's it. We're going to go now. And Hugo's then to come.
What is going on? Look, that's...
And we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
That's it.
What's going on?
What's going on, Louise?
Mrs. Lloyd.
Anyway, don't talk about Mrs. Lloyd. Yes, like, very helpful. You're more than welcome. So don't forget, join us again 24th of May for the next question and answer. Stick around 6 o'clock for the live interview, and also on Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the day after party.
Mrs. Lloyd, yeah.
That's about it. I thought we should go home. I'm
Yes.
shattered today. Should we go home?
Oh, diddy bums.
Should we go have a nice cushion on the sofa?
Say goodbye, Louise. Goodbye, Louise.
Anything else you want to say, Louise?
BBC Two's All That Glitters is on Tuesday tomorrow at 8 p.m. and is available to watch on iPlayer.
I love that. Everyone watch it on iPlayer.
On iPlayer.
If
you must.
If you must. We'll have a chat to you on when the premiere goes live at 6 p.m. And if not, we will meet you here 6 p.m. for the day after party to have a chat about All That Glitters and see who's
announce
won.
our winners, yeah.
And announce our winners to the competition as well.
Don't forget, you've got until 8 p.m. tomorrow to enter our competition.
Our competition.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, that's
Fabulous.
it. 24th is Victoria Day here. We don't have a day off. No, we
is
don't.
this the holiday that he's trying
there is
to
no
diddle
day
me
off.
out of, Julian?
No, there is no day off.
Look, he's going to end the stream now, isn't he?
There is no day off.
Am I having a day off?
No, check. Do you want to check it, Louise? Do you want to check? Come on, let's check. There is. I have double checked this. There is no day off next Monday.
There are two bank holidays in May.
There is beginning and end.
Yeah.
I've searched for, and I'm going to do it now, bank holidays
Just
in May
Victoria Day
2021.
2021.
No. And here is the proof.
Oh, Canada.
Look. Monday the 3rd.
Okay.
Monday the
31st.
31st.
Right. In Scotland. Worth a try, Gillian, wasn't it?
Nice try, guys. Doesn't work. I have access to internet.
Well done. Okay.
Right, we're going.
We'll have to wait till the 31st.
Yeah. We're still away the week after.
Yeah.
In fact, we're away.
Yes.
What are we going to do? We're away in 2 weeks. We're away in 2 weeks. Louise is away.
Yes. I don't know.
We'll discuss it in the week.
Okay.
All right. Everyone, you take care. Louise, fancy saying anything?
I think I've said everything I need to say.
What's happening tomorrow?
You want me to say it again?
Go on. Go on.
BBC Two's All That Glitters is on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and it's available to watch on iPlayer.
We will see you very soon. Don't forget, we'll have a chat and chat and chat on Wednesday. Take care, everyone. I'm going to fade to black. If you don't have slides, but that's that lazy now. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now. Fade to black. Where's fade? I'm making my glass. I can't find fade to black on here. Black.